Hey everyone, welcome back. Ron's Dragon here saying thanks for dropping by. Well, this episode is going to be different than what I usually cover. We're going to cover a game that grabbed my eye. They just dropped a demo, and the full game is supposed to go live next year at some point. No date announced. However, I saw it on Steam, and I had to dive in and check it out. I'm a kid of the 80s. I was one of those kids that grew up playing Dungeons & Dragons, even though my mom didn't necessarily like me doing it. And when the 80s turned into the 90s, I was a little bit older. I was in my 20s. We first started seeing home type computers for people that weren't really rich being able to be sold on the market. I splurged and bought myself a 386 computer. Didn't even have a hard drive at that point in time. Had a 3-color monitor, light blues, light pinks, that kind of thing. But I felt it was great. And it was probably mid-ranged at the time, but you know what I could play? I could play Wizardry. I could play Ultima. Those type of old school D&D based type adventures. I couldn't even tell you how many hours I burnt through the night playing through those. So this game caught my eye in that regard. So let's take a look. Okay, so I found it on Steam. It's called The Secret of Weepstone, and it's made by a small development company, which has a few other games to its name, but this seems to be the biggest one yet that they're going to put it out. And I read some things that one of the main developers, or the main developer, it seems to be a very small development team, put out on Reddit that he had been developing this over the last year, and he was really aiming for that old school dungeon delving feel that you got when you were playing Dungeons and Dragons and you were about 14, 15, 16 years old. And in this day and age where AI artwork is like being used in a lot of different games, he went old school and actually paid artists to make old school type artwork. And not only is it just that style, you can immediately see it's black and white. So I immediately thought that, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. A black and white game. So let's dive in. This artwork perfectly resembles what you would see if you bought an adventure back in the day, an old Dungeons and Dragons adventure, and it came in a box and you had dice and a few books and a map to lay out. This is the feel. Okay, here we go. As you can see, a very kind of, I don't know, if you've ever seen the old books from Dungeons and Dragons, then you know what I mean. This art style fits it to a T. Otherwise, you could think of some graphic novels or some old school. There's been a few games lately that have this art style, but obviously not black and white colored in. But either way, I like the vibe. So let's go ahead and start a new game.
Nestled in the shadow of its imposing, now abandoned keep, sits the dwindling riverside village of Weepstone. But things were not always so. For in times gone by, a man from the east, known only as Raal, grew to power, waging a relentless campaign westward. After crossing the mountains into the kingdom of Talesworth, he established his seat of power and constructed a stronghold from which to oversee his lands. He called this stronghold Weepstone Keep. Many wondered what compelled this mysterious and seemingly unstoppable warrior to end his bloody campaign in this place. But the years were good to Weepstone and its people, their harvests unfailingly robust, and their industries the envy of neighbors both near and far. However, Raal would not live forever, and upon his death, his lands passed to his eldest son, Byron, and thus began the troubled times. Long past are the seasons of plenty for Weepstone and its people, whose fields now sit barren, the people forsaken by the good fortunes they once took for granted. To the astonishment of many, Byron abandoned Weepstone Keep for a modest manor on a hill near the town, and forbade anyone to return to its halls. Now the town barely survives, mostly as an unwelcome stop along a trade route used by merchants too impatient to travel the hospitable roads of the south. Only the trapped or the desperate continue to call this bleak place their home. Our story begins here, on a night of ill omen, as the people of Weepstone have been called to the tavern for reasons unknown. Good people of Weepstone, I've summoned you here to discuss a matter of grave importance. My brother and your lord, Byron, has fallen ill.
Interesting story. I've played through some campaigns that always kind of start this way.
He is rarely conscious. His nights are fraught with fevered dreams and terrible nightmares. The healers know not what ails him. In his half-waking state, he mumbles incoherently of Weepstone Keep, the castle that our father built, our childhood home. I can only hope that it is there where answers may lie.
Of course.
Are there any among you willing to delve into that forsaken place to find the source of Byron's torment? I will not lie. There is undoubtedly great danger waiting for any who venture there, in the form of both man and beast.
Classic tale, venture into a castle that's full of monsters. Love it.
While the keep and its contents have been forbidden since our exile, I hereby decree that any brave enough to take on this task may enter, explore, and importantly, keep what they may find within its walls. Who among you will take up this duty? I need 6 volunteers. Please, I would rather not have my hand forced to choose.
Okay, looks like we have a variety of people here. Probably a variety of races and classes as well. Okay, stable hand, not available. Musician, not available. Blacksmith, not available. Carpenter, not. Okay, so I'm guessing these over here are not available. So I'm guessing that these over here. Actually, he is a blacksmith. Let's go ahead and take him. He seems like he'll be good to sit up for, be up front. Future class dwarf. That's interesting because dwarf is usually a race, not a class. But let's go ahead and take him.
I said I would stick to plows and horseshoes, but I still know how to swing a hammer. I'll go.
Now, these folks, we've got Egbert Graham is a cook and future class magic user. So they start out, and I guess they're just regular people until you level them up a little bit, and then they get their classes. And Della, of course, I need a cleric. Every good group needs a healer.
I'll go.
Oh.
I'm not as young as I once was, but maybe my years at the keep will be of some help.
Okay,
Where
so
you go, I go. I love.
he and she are, I guess, husband and wife, and they are going together. So we got a future magic user and a cleric together. Now, who's this? The village idiot, who happens to be a fighter. So I think we're going to have to pick every single one of the rest of these.
Okay. What's a keep?
What's a keep? Tugger Barnes, he's a thief, but we don't have access to him. Starla Beverly, future class elf. Once again, that's a race, not a class, but okay.
It is beyond me to make this choice. This path has already been chosen for me.
Okay, and who's the last one? Okay, finally, rounding out the party, we do need a good thief. So it's the kid. Okay, let's go ahead and journey to the keep.
And so the unlikely party set out for the keep, arriving at the gates just as the evening light began to fail.
I love this. That whole paperwork, it looks exactly like an old school D&D module. Love it. Let me guess, we're going to get locked in. Ha, I called it. Okay. Okay, WASD movement. Okay, let's look around. We're locked in. Okay, let's go look at some stuff.
One can only assume the formidable visage on this statue is Rahl himself. The left hand holds a small shield, while the right hand holds a lion-headed scepter.
Okay, looks like a lever to me. You play enough of these games, you know, oh, I need to pull that lever. Okay, click on it, and then it gives you a choice between what to do. Let's go ahead and do move arm.
The arm seems to be designed to act as a lever, and is already in the down position.
Okay, well, I guess we'll do nothing then. What's that on the ground? Lion scepter. Okay, kind of a small inventory. And it looks like he's missing a scepter, so let's give him his scepter back.
One can only assume the formidable visage on this statue is Rahl himself.
Okay, let's use item.
The scepter snaps into place with a satisfying click.
Okay. Ooh, they've got a note here that says search for traps. The current person I have selected is the blacksmith. He has a 30% chance. Let's see if anybody's got any better chance. Okay, Della's got a little bit better chance, so let's go ahead and search. Oh, it's telling me what I just did. Okay, let's go back to her. Let's go ahead and search for traps. It's interesting that trap search is a wisdom check in this, and usually a rogue would do it like with dexterity or something. Ability tests are based on a character's attributes such as wisdom or strength. The character must roll under a percentage based on the difficulty of the check. For example, if there's a 30% chance of success, they must roll a 30 or less. Okay. Sometimes a roll is done in private by the DM, so the player will not know if they succeeded or failed. Okay, let's go ahead and see if she can find some traps. Okay, she's confident that there are no traps. Probably. Okay, well... let's go ahead and pull arm. Oh, great. Failed. Taking damage from a needle. Oh, she took 1 point of damage. Okay. Small healing potion. Okay. Many items are only usable during combat. When an item is used during combat, it will end the character's turn. Pretty standard fare. You can't use an item plus attack at the same time. There's nothing over here. Look at the fire. Black and white fire. It's pretty cool. Okay. Well, let's go on. Press M to see a map of your location. Oh, nice. Check this out. Old school map. Love it. Love it. Okay. Let's start going down here. Okay.
Spartan beds and matching foot chests hint at this room's use as a barrack of some kind. The ravages of looters and time have been unkind, leaving it in shambles. A makeshift structure built from bed frames dominates the rear of the chamber.
Okay, there's some chests. What's over here? There's a morning star. I can see right now I'm not going to have a whole lot of inventory space. A rusty spear. A sling. Okay, let me see what everybody has here. Okay, he's got a hammer. He's got a dagger. You know what I'm going to do? Instead of the dagger, I'm going to give him the morning star. She's got her sword. He's in the back row, so I'm betting he cannot attack. Yeah, that's a melee weapon, so weird melee weapon, a teddy bear. Let's give him the sling, so he can do a little bit of range damage. And this rusty spear can attack from behind. So let's give him that. Okay, let's see what's in here. Nothing. Okay, is there anything back here? Nothing. Okay, what's back here? Oh.
The sound of small boots disturbs the quiet of the room as small figures burst forth from the haphazard barricade. They brandish crude weapons and seem particularly intent on defending their hideout.
All right, first fight. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so it does initiative rolls. One that the enemy isn't green. Okay, front, middle, and back. Okay, continue. Character uses melee weapons, can only attack enemies directly in front of them. Okay. Reach weapons, like spears, like I just thought, can attack up to 2 rows away, and range weapons can attack at any distance. Okay. Yeah, this is very much like a lot of other like wizardry type games. Okay, let's go ahead and now choose, and then okay, let's choose this guy. And I rolled an 18. Nice. And it rolls damage. Okay. Let's do the same thing. Try to knock him out. 14 should have hit. Okay. Now attack with her. Attack him with the sword. 18. Get some good rolls. I should knock on wood here and not talk so loud. 5. Lest these rolls start going not in my favor. Okay, yes. Let's go ahead and attack this guy with the sling. 4. Missed. Okay. Let's attack with the spear. Yeah, that missed too. Oh, it hit. Nice. I don't think I've ever used a magic user as using a spear before, but that's what you get when he's not really a magic user. Okay, that's a good hit. 18. How much damage for? Okay, this explains armor class. Okay. Now they get to attack. And 2 whiffs. Okay. Double-clicking an in-range enemy is a shortcut for attacking them. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to click on this. You can just double-click with it. 7. Ooh, that was barely a hit. Okay. Magic scrolls are single-use items. Okay, let's use the written spell vanishes. Yep. Arcane spell scrolls can only be used by magic users, and elves. Divine scrolls are used by clerics. Your party members start as unskilled, level 0 common folk. Their true class and abilities remain dormant until they reach level 1. However, since this character has arcane potential, elf or magic user, they can use arcane scrolls at level 0. Nice. Okay, so it's given me one to use. Let's go ahead and use it. Hit him with the old sling. And a miss. And a good hit, 19. 75 experience, 46 gold, and 121 total experience, which is split amongst the whole party, I'm guessing. Very slow fighting, but this is what old school D&D was. This might not appeal to a younger audience, I don't know, but it appeals to me. There's a lever on the wall. Curious, what's... Oh, there is a chest. I wonder if it's trapped. Does not give me an option to check for traps, so get a +1 dagger. I don't think I want to give up the sword for the +1 dagger. We'll keep it for after a while and see if somebody else needs it. What's she got? Oh, she's got a sling. I'd rather keep the sling in the back row. Okay, let's pull the lever. Because everybody knows that dungeons have levers that
followed by the
open
sound of
doors.
metal scraping on stone, echoes from deep within the keep.
across the hall.
This door is wedged shut by the damp and refuses to open despite your best efforts.
Options to hack it down or barrel into it. He has a 25% chance. So does he. Well, let's try Ray. And he failed. And of course took a point of damage. Let's try him. And he failed as well. Okay, one more time. This is my last try. See if Starla can do it. Hey, Starla did it. The boys didn't and the girl did. Okay.
Though humble, these quarters were clearly reserved for a captain or leader of the keep's guard. The contents of this room appear mostly untouched over the years, as various papers and a book sit undisturbed upon a wooden desk.
Okay, looks like a nice little bedroom here. Just searching the walls and the corners. Always search the walls and corners. Ceilings. Okay, what's in the chest? Oh, scroll of lightning. Probably will come in handy. A book.
My thoughts of late are greatly troubled, and my faith in our Lord falters. That priestess, Lorona, and her jealously guarded activities beneath the keep bring me great concern. If the captain of his lord's guard is not permitted to venture below to the Undercroft, one can only imagine why.
Wonder what's going on underneath the keep. Is there anything else here? Nothing else. Took 2 points of damage for a scroll of lightning. Hopefully it comes in handy. Okay, let's down at the end of this hallway. Keep looking around because I keep expecting traps on the floor or something.
A foul odor pervades this place, a smell so heinous it is beyond description. A sitting board runs the length of the far wall with 3 openings. Despite the buzzing flies, you hear the faintest sound of rushing water that seems to be coming from the farthest hole.
Okay, could you imagine the smell of a latrine that's been abandoned for years? Okay, well, I guess let's do what they probably want us to check out. This.
Your guts roil, your eyes water.
Ugh.
Whatever faith you have is tested by the putrid fumes that waft from this unholy maw. Shockingly, the latrine is not only quite full, but its contents are surprisingly fresh. A glint of gold sits just out of reach, atop the muck.
This is pretty gross. Yes, I'm actually thinking about climbing into a latrine. Let's see what happens with the rock. Okay, it's not too deep. I may live to regret this, but let's try and find that gold.
You sift blindly through horrors within, and to your surprise, you retrieve what feels like a ring.
Now,
You emerge from the hole, smelling foul and feeling quite ill. And let us see if you are poisoned.
oh great, now I have to roll versus poison.
Let's just say that you're poisoned.
And she took a point. But I get a ring of regeneration. A brass ring emitting a soft green glow heals the wearer for 1d4 hit points when combat ends. Okay. Let's give that to Ray first. I think maybe we could switch this around to try and heal up our characters. Okay, what's in this John?
As you approach the middle latrine, you are blasted by an odor beyond words. You have no choice but to back away.
Okay. I guess there's nothing in there.
Peering into the opening shows a drop that leads out of sight and into absolute darkness, farther than any sane person would attempt to climb, unless, of course, they wished for certain death. You hear the sound of rushing water coming from below.
Much deeper than the others. Let's toss a rock in. Pretty deep. Nope, not going to climb in this one. Is there anything else around here of note? No. Okay, let's go back down this hallway. Let's check the map. Okay, I've investigated basically one hallway so far. Let's keep going this way. We've got a door down there and a door there. Let's just keep checking everything to the left.
This door is not locked, but it refuses all attempts to open it.
Must be magic worded. Listen.
No discernible sounds come from beyond the door.
Break it down?
You attack the door, but fail to cause any significant damage.
Well, I guess I just have to do nothing. There's a gate. Is there any traps here? Don't see any traps. Haven't hit any traps yet. This is probably locked.
The party lifts with their combined might, but can do little to move the steel portcullis. There must be another way.
Okay, I'm probably missing a key or something or other. Okay. Here we go. Let's check the map first. Okay, this is kind of like in the middle here.
This stately but smaller hall seems to have served as a gallery of sorts. Crumbled detritus of carved busts and toppled plinths lie in shambles across the floor. The only remnants that hint at the original grandeur of this place are the large tapestries that still hang on the opposing walls, dominating the space.
Okay, it kind of sounds like they want us to check out the tapestries. I don't see anything else in this room that is selectable. Okay, let's check out the tapestry.
Before you spans a great mural dominating the entire stretch of wall. A man, most likely Rahl himself, sits astride his great warhorse. He brandishes an outstretched sword at the body of a fallen foe, flanked by his imposing host.
Okay. That didn't really do anything other than tell us about it.
Depicted in the mural that spans the length of this side of the hall is the silhouette of a man standing in front of what looks like a calm pool of water. Though at first it appears to be merely a pool in a cavern, the exacting geometric carvings that decorate the hewn stone walls are of unsettling design.
Okay. I don't see anything else in this room, so let's keep going. Trying to pay attention for traps, because those are always how I usually die. Okay, I think we're making our way back around to the main room. I think this door... Yeah, this door... They should make the little arrow like a yellow or something to make it stick out a little bit better, but this goes back to the main room. Okay, that means we can turn back around. And it looks like we are going down. There's a door up there. There's a little hallway here. Okay.
This door is locked and won't budge.
There's something in there.
You
But I need a key. Okay, that's that other hallway I was in a few minutes ago. 2 doors. Let's go in this door.
The smith's quarters are Spartan and humble, but must have once been a comfortable respite from the heat and ringing of the forge after a long day's labors.
I really have to say that this gives me really the feeling of when I was back and I was a teenager and playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's a good thing. I know that this kind of gaming is much slower than what we're usually used to these days, but it's good. I like it. Okay, what do we got here? We've got a key mold. Okay. Probably come in handy for something. And we've got a Smithy's note.
Oh, I'm a daft blasted idiot. I just can't seem to keep my head on straight anymore these days. 1. Forge the armory key for the 3rd time this year. 2. Finish up Larona's set of fancy daggers. 3. Ask the apothecary about these blasted nightmares.
Okay, I guess that was the Smithy's to-do list. Is there anything else around here? Oh, hey, here's a hammer. +1 blacksmith hammer. And he has a regular blacksmith hammer. I'm just going to keep that for right now. Okay.
The large forge at the center of this room seems long dormant, but the smell of coke and coal still permeates every inch. Crates, barrels, and scattered ashes are scant reminders that this was once the beating heart of the keep.
Okay, we've got a forge here, and of course we've got a key mold, so I'm thinking we've got to make a key here. Okay, let's look around, see if there's anything else going on. There's a door. Let's not go through there right now. We've got a forge. We've got bellows. We've got some steel ingots. Let's pick one of those up. And see if we can make a key out of this. Okay, so that looks like a perfect place to put the key mold. Use item and key mold. And this is just like the older games like that. You click use item, then you have to select an item in your bag. Okay. Okay. Let's I guess put the steel ingot in there. And well, we got to start the
You
fire.
lean in, lighting the forge with your torch. It is indeed lit, but only just.
Okay, and that's where the bellows come in. We got to make it hotter.
The forge begins heating up as you pump the bellows, but the embers remain quite...
Needs pumped again.
As more air pumps into the forge, you begin feeling some heat.
Okay, let's see if 3 times makes it.
The forge is as hot as it's going to get. The heat feels good in this cold, forgotten place.
Okay, well, there it goes. It's melting.
As the ingot begins to melt, the steel slowly oozes into the mold. After a few minutes, the newly forged key is just barely cool enough to handle.
Okay. Take that key, put it in my pack. Okay, let's see what is in this door. Ooh.
A filthy, disheveled man holding a knife cowers in the corner while eyeing you cautiously. Makeshift bedding and various personal effects lie in disarray. The smell is pungent.
So, why is he laying on the floor over here if there's a perfectly good bedroom that we just came from right around the corner?
What are you lot doing in here?
What are you doing here?
Well, it's been raining of late. Old Creek needed to get me head dry.
Okay, fair enough. Have you found anything out of the ordinary?
Other than all the creatures who want me dead. Nothing in particular. No.
Okay, not that I believe you, but... well... Oh, they're going to allow us to put somebody else in our party and have more than 6 people? There's safety in numbers. You shouldn't be in here alone. Would you like to join our party?
Sure. If you'll, have Old Creek.
Sure. Not that I trust you, but... Is there anything else in here that I can pick up? Nope. Let's see what kind of character he is. Chaotic. He only has 4 hit points. But he has pretty good strength. Okay. Okay, let's go on in here. Oh, move character. To move a character to your party, press C to bring up the character sheet. Okay, that's where we were. Click the move button to initiate a swap and choose. Okay, so if you want to move them, let's do this. Let's move these two. And let's take that out and swap the... Let's give the magic user the +1 dagger. Not that he's going to use it that much probably, but... And let's give Craig the rusty spear so he can attack from the second row. Okay. I think that's everything. Okay, let's go. Now, let's look at the map. Okay, we're over here. Oh, there's that door that we couldn't get into. And there's something in there, so...
This door is locked and won't
use
budge.
the key. Use item. Here. Ooh!
Your entrance startles the large, scuttling creature that seems to have been nibbling
tell me
on
it's a
what
rust
remains
monster.
of an axe blade. It rears up in surprise, emitting an eerie, chittering noise.
Okay, hopefully you get initiative. Nope. Lost the initiative. Oh. Iron Belly, which is probably a rust monster. Yes. Okay. Oh, he gets 2 attacks. He's gonna hit with that. Ooh, he took some damage. Okay. 11, that should hit. Okay, I need to try and kill him in 1 round. Otherwise, I think this dude is gonna bite it. Okay, 16. Good. Good roll. Good roll. And 3 damage. I like how they show you if it's damaged or just a little bit or near death. Okay. Okay, she can attack. 4. Miss. She whiffed. Okay. Let's use this. Sling. He hit. Sling doesn't do much damage though. 1. Okay, badly hurt. This is like to see. See, let's come on, Craig. Hit him with the spear. Craig, not Craig. Good, good roll. Good roll. Okay, 6. Nice, Max. Near death. Okay, you're gonna finish him off, Della. Nope. Della whiffed.
No.
Okay, now let's use the scroll because I want to finish him off. Oh, of course, only 1 point. And that didn't finish him off. 17, he hit. Oh, nice. He's wearing leather armor, so it didn't get corroded. I'm glad he attacked those 2 instead of him in the middle. Let's go ahead and finish him off. 4. All right, good hit. Good hit. Nice. Let's see what's in this room here. Okay.
The earthy smell of rusting metal and leather gone to rot fill this chamber that clearly once served as an armory. Mouldering armor and rusting weapons sit in chaotic piles, strewn without care and long forgotten.
Okay. Here's a +1 shield. Or shield, which gives +1 armor. There's another shield. Let's give those shields to... Give one to him. Give one to him. Now, let's see what else. We got another Morning Star. We've got another Rusty Spear. I guess just in case we run into any more rust monsters. Anything up here? No. Hey, there's another
These
lever.
weapons have been corroded beyond use by the Iron Belly's fetid bile.
Okay. I used to hate fighting rust monsters back in the day. Pain in the butt.
A grinding noise, followed by the sound of metal scraping on stone, echoes from deep within the keep.
Okay. Now, I think that I'm going to use I think I'm going to have Tatum use the healing potion. Okay, he's healed up. And Ray, I'm going to take off the ring of regen and give it to her so next time she'll heal up. Okay. 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 Getting my bearings here. Now, last place, except for that one door that won't open, is this gate, which I'm guessing the key... Oh, it's open now. The two levers open that. I still probably won't be able to get in this.
This door is not locked, but it refuses all attempts to open it. You attack the door, but fail to cause any significant damage.
Okay, so I can't do anything to that door. This seems like a part where I'm moving on, but... Okay, so... This is a courtyard. This looks like nobody's around. But in this game, they spawn the monsters right on top of you, so let's see. Let's go over here.
A large, barren courtyard opens before you, complete with mature trees and cobblestone walkways. As you cross the threshold, a sprinkling of pebbles and dust rain down from above.
That's not good. And...
From atop the towering walls surrounding the courtyard, a group of screeching kobolds vault the parapets and descend upon you.
Come on, let's get the initiative. Got the initiative. Good. Okay. And a miss. And another miss. What's up with these rolls? The fickle hand of fate. Did that hit? That hit. And should have taken him out. He doesn't have a... Okay, let's use the ranged weapon. Okay, he hit. Okay, spear him. 7. I don't think that... Oh, it didn't. 1. Should have at least finished it off. Okay, she can hit him. Nope. She whiffed. Critical miss. And he can't hit anybody from the back with his daggers. And they're going to attack. 9. Miss. 15. He hit me. Ooh. She's down. She's down for the count. So what happens when you die? Untimely death is not unusual in the lands of Weepstone, and believe it or not, it's not all bad. When the people of Weepstone die, they convey otherworldly boons, called mortal favors, upon their friends and loved ones. Each character has a unique mortal flavor. They vary wildly, and little is known of their origin or cause. Okay, so she died. Della's spirit rises from her corpse, spreading glowing wings and holding aloft a divine shield. All party members will forever be under her watchful eye, taking 1 less point of damage per encounter. That's interesting. So if you die, then you get a random buff from that character that died. Okay. And of course they hit again. Okay, let's try to take these out, these kobolds. Rolling very well. Okay, that's a hit. And that's a whiff. For those unfamiliar with D&D, the first roll is to try and hit, and the second roll is the damage. I guess I should have said that half an hour ago. Okay, let's try to finish this guy off. That's a hit. Okay. And he's still passing. He's a magic user, so normally he would have like a magic missile or something to cast in the back. But he is not yet a magic user. And I'm fresh out of strolls, so. Okay, we passed that, but she died. Okay. Let's... No, I don't want that one. Okay, let's move. No, I don't want to move that. I want to move him up there. Yeah. Okay. And can I access her inventory? Yes. Okay, that's at least good. So I can give him a sling. Okay, let's look around here. I don't think there's anything back there.
Despite your best efforts, the door refuses to budge.
Okay, that door doesn't look like there's anything else around here. There's another door over here. Just checking. If this is an abandoned place, why are all the torches lit? How are the torches lit?
Despite your best efforts, the door refuses to budge.
I guess the little kobolds kept them out. Okay, what do we got? We got any traps here? I still haven't seen any traps in this demo. Uh-oh. This has the boss feel. This has a boss feel to it. Is there anything around here? Okay.
You there? Who are you that dares enter this sacred place?
We come on behalf of the Lord of Weepstone to explore the keep.
Truly, I'm surprised the ignorant fool still lives.
Well, I guess she knows him.
I would see you clearer. Come closer. Now.
What if I don't want to?
It would be rude to not introduce myself to guests. I am Laronia, the ever-faithful.
Okay.
You say you've come on behalf of Byron. How does he fare? Still a craven, I presume?
I don't know, but he's sick.
How tragic. Maybe he'll pull through.
There's no time for this. What do you know of Lord Byron's illness?
I know of ways to end his suffering.
Oh, I bet you do.
Let me show you.
And here's the boss fight. Ooh. Have to get through skeletons first, I guess. Man, I should have equipped that +1 hammer. And they got the initiative. Oh, I saved his hole. Oh, no, he didn't. He failed. And the first skeleton whiffed. Second skeleton hit. Luckily for only points. Ooh, for some reason that took 0. And he whiffed. Okay. I think what I want to do is take my turn and equip the +1 here. Oh, that's a whiff. And that's a miss too.
Oh.
It's going to be one of those type of fights. Well, he's paralyzed, so all he can do is pass. And that's a miss too. This is not going to turn out well for me. And that's a miss too. Everybody missed. And she passed for some reason. I don't know why she passed. That should be a miss. That's a hit. I should have switched this thing back to him. But this is a final fight, so. Critical miss. Okay, let's try this again. That's a good hit. Not much damage. Enough to take care of a skeleton. A hammer, blunt weapon, does more damage versus skeletons. That's a miss. Should be a hit. That's good damage. That'll take care of them. And he's still paralyzed. So 19. Good strong. Okay, now I get my first attack on her. Should be a hit. A little bit of damage is better than none. What's she gonna do now? Ooh, she whiffed. Critical miss. Okay, let's tear into her. 20. Max damage. Crit. Sweet. That's what I needed. 19. Good hit. And that's victory.
I must have misinterpreted the omens. Today, he calls for me.
You sure did.
It matters not. I am only a servant in his grand designs. It has already begun.
Uh-oh. What's already begun?
And with that, the spark of life fades from the mad priestess, leaving behind naught but a dead-eyed rictus.
And I guess that's it. Oh. Well, there you have it. Our walk through the demo of The Secret of Weepstone. I dig it. It's on my wish list. I'm going to grab it. Unfortunately, we have to wait until 2026, and they didn't say early or late 2026. But you can be assured that when it does come out, I'll probably be doing a few more episodes on it because this game is really up my alley. Even though it's not colored, it's not fancy graphics or anything, I like this style of game. So let me know in the comments what you think, whether you plan on grabbing it or not. Otherwise, hey, this has been Bronze Dragon, and I'll see you in the next one.